Hey guys, what's going on? It is back for another edition of What's Up, Dave. Um, this is our first live stream. I've finally been able to go live. Probably could have done this as just a recording and put it on the page, but I need to get used to going live. If I had known about this yesterday, I would have gone live yesterday on my other channel. So, today, because of what I've been doing, I actually want to go over one of the things I wanted to review, which is my cameras. My wife and I run a beach volleyball business on the side, and we use cameras to do live footage. We use cameras to do video work so that I can clip stills out of it so we can get some still action shots from the tournament. Yesterday was one of those days. And today I have been probably for about the last hour and a half to 2 hours going through the video clips that I have to clip out stills of action shots for the tournament. I like to do the still action shots and I like to post them out for the participants in the tournaments if they want to use the shots, if the shots look cool. Some people can create their own what's the word their own highlight reel, and in beach volleyball there's a lot of room, there's a lot of possibilities for finding highlight reels. There's a lot of action going on in beach volleyball, so I like to take the opportunity and I like to do a bunch of video work and see what I can figure out as far as getting still action shots. We also last year we did do some live footage on our tournaments. If you want to see any of that, check out the Arizona Volleyball Addicts on Facebook, and that will get you. You guys can look at our videos, look at our pictures, and 90% of our pictures are on are used on one of the cameras that I use on a regular basis. I'm still trying to figure out GoPro, and I'm still trying to figure out the Mevo cameras, and that's what we're going to go over today. So I do have the GoPro 10 Black. I like the camera. It's lightweight. It's versatile. I don't know everything about it yet. It's pretty easy to operate the camera itself. I am still trying to figure out the inner workings. I have tried using the Quick app on my phone, but because I'm trying to do action shots and I'm trying to clip stills, I don't like trying to do all of that work on my phone. So I still need to download the software onto my computer so that I can download all the videos that I have so I can go through those and clip stills out of it. I've tried to hook it right up to my computer and just download the files. The photo program that I have will not upload them, and right now I don't have a SD card reader, so I can't download them to the computer to go through my the video editor to be able to do that. I plan on downloading that very soon because I do have a lot of footage on it from yesterday that I want to get, and I feel like the quality resolution and everything is probably going to be better than one of my other cameras that I use a lot more predominantly. But the other camera that I use, while being a lesser quality when it comes to resolution, 100 times simpler to use, and it's literally a plug and play. So like I said, the GoPro 10, I really do like it. The mounts that it has on it, I use my little flexible tripod. I like it a lot. It lets me just use it as it's basically like a mini selfie stick for the way that I use it, because I like to have it in my hand and I like to be able to view it. So when I hook it up, it just very simply goes on. And when I'm doing video work, I typically do short shots. So especially with the beach volleyball, I don't like running a full game because it's a lot more to go through. So this is how I like to set it up. And it's obviously not a gimbal, and I've been thinking about getting a gimbal, but I mean, GoPro, super easy, button on the side to turn it on and off, button on the top to hit record. I mean, it's super simple, and it's got the screen on both sides, so I can see what I'm doing here. I can see what I'm doing here. So if I wanted to just turn it and go live on me, no big deal. I can also, I think there's a way on the screen back here where I can actually flip it around. But it's the function of the camera itself, super simple, super simplistic, which is what I love about it. And like I said, I feel like the resolution is a lot better on the GoPro, but as it stands right now, if I could go live, and I think there's also a way to do that on the GoPro, which is another thing I'm going to be looking into. If I could use the GoPro for everything, I'd probably have like 4 or 5 of them so that I could have them out everywhere. My go-to camera right now is, I think it came out in 2002, and I've probably been using it since pretty close to that. And I think they stopped making them in 2010. So technically it's obsolete. It's this little guy. This is called the Flip Ultra camera. Now, the cool thing about this is power button on the side. Come on, batteries might be dead. Yeah, I think they are. I used it yesterday. Let's see, I got some extra batteries. I used it yesterday for my tournament, and like I said, this is my go-to camera. I use it all the time for all my video work, and there's a very basic reason for it. So it does run on AA's. Now, when these came out, they actually did have a rechargeable set of AA batteries that were specific for this camera. And I did have those for a while, and it worked all right. It's not the greatest thing. The resolution for and this is the HD version, the resolution is 720p. So it's way down there. Like I said, this is considered obsolete, ancient technology, but I've got the battery turned on. So let's see, I don't know if it's going to focus because of the light. So this is my screen, my viewing window. It has a couple of settings to go through. Super simple. You can bypass all the settings and just do like what I did yesterday. I did all my camera footage. When I downloaded it to the computer, it showed February of 2055. So the calendar's way off, but I don't care about that because I'm just going to download it to the computer and do my editing when I need to. You saw the cover comes off. The lens is exposed. The lens is very, very simple. It's got like maybe a 5x zoom, if that. The picture, the viewing picture is only 2 inches. It runs at 720p, 30 frames per second, but it's all digital. It's very easy, and the best part about this one is the ease of download. So it's got this little thing on the side. I know you guys can see the camera's actually turned on. You can see it pointing at me, whatever. But this is just a USB drive, and it conceals inside the camera. You just pull down the tab and it pops right out. And this actually has the software embedded in the camera. So the first time you hook it up to your computer after you record, it downloads the software for you. The software isn't super great, but it's super simple. If I were to show you the software, and I don't know how to share screens yet, so I'm still getting new to this. When you download the software, it gives you options. So you can view your video, you can edit your video, you can clip your video, you can take snapshots. That's how they dictate it, snapshots, which are still pictures. So 30 frames a second on a digital camera like this, it's not bad. And unless I'm in twilight, my pictures are clean. I don't have the money to really spend, a couple $1,000s on a DSLR or any kind of a camera like that. And I know I had 2 or 3 of my buddies out at the tournament yesterday that were using these nice, cameras that the one I think he said was like 6 years old, and originally you would have bought it for $3,000 or $4,000, and now that camera is obsolete enough to where you could buy it for $500. That's still a decent chunk of change. So the Mevo camera, or I'm sorry, the flip cameras, when I originally purchased them, were about 50 to 60 bucks. Because of the fact that they're technically obsolete and they don't make them anymore, they're now upwards of 130. That's, for me, that's not out of the question. I definitely would consider buying one for 130. This is my last one that's alive. I have 2 upstairs, and I bought them all pretty close to each other. But I have 2 upstairs that are dead. One won't turn on anymore, and the other one, the screen is completely on the fritz, so I can't even see what I'm doing. So those 2 are out. This is my last flip camera that's alive, and it still records fine. It still records in HD, or at least HD for back then. And like I said, all my shots are easy, and all I have to do is plug it into the I plug it into my desktop now. I used to plug it into my laptop, and either way, it downloads via its own software. I open up the software is called Flip Share. I open that up, and it's super simple to operate. And that's what I love about it. I have the way I typically shoot my volleyball stuff is I shoot the rally from serve to ball down. I record the rally, and that's anywhere from it can be a 3-second clip if it was a bad serve or an ace. It can be a 30-second to a minute clip if there's a good rally going on. And then when I start going through all that stuff on the Flip Share software, I can run the video, look for my shots, pause it where I want to, forward or back frame each one to see if there's a better shot within the frame, and snap the best still frame out of that, and then hold it into another folder, and then download it into the computer and save it. I will say, so these say that they record for 2 hours. That is correct, but as the technology has become older and older, I've noticed standard AA's, like yesterday, granted the screen was on the whole time when I was using it, and I was pressing the record and stop record button a lot, but I would basically get about 20 minutes worth of recording out of that before I had to change batteries. Luckily, I had a lot of extra batteries on me. It's just the simplicity. I really wish who used to make this, which I think was Cisco, or at least that was one of the companies. I really wish they would bring this camera back. The technology is there. The camera technology has come so far. This camera would be able to shoot in 4K, a lot better than 720p, minimum 1080p. The flip camera would just go so much better today if they kept the simplicity but updated the technology. I mean, it would be incredible. Like I said, all my friends out there with DSLRs, and you hear, they press the button, you hear that shutter, and I mean, you're doing 60 frames, 100 frames a second to get that perfect shot. I'm honestly, with this one, I'm not far off. If they could bump this up to 60 frames, even 80 frames a second, with the technology that's developed now, this camera would be a gold mine. In my personal opinion, it was a gold mine to begin with, and why they stopped making it, I don't know. I wish they'd bring it back. Like I said, I think the GoPro camera has the better resolution. It's a 4K. It's just the software and the ability to just download it straight to your computer is severely lacking. I love the fact that the GoPro is so small, but I mean, when you really look at That's my flip camera. This is my GoPro. So it's about an inch shorter. They're about the same width. The GoPro is actually slightly wider. And then put this is a S21 behind it. I mean, either one of these two is a phenomenal, it's a phenomenal way to go when it comes to cameras. This is literally just the simplest. So that's why I like it so much. The other cameras I use, and I use these for live streaming because, again, software is kind of an issue as far as I'm concerned. I actually have, it's supposed to be their software downloaded on my computer, but every time I click on it, it doesn't open anything. So I'm a little confused as to how that's supposed to work. But that my last camera is actually, I bought a 3 set because we were using them to do live streaming. And these are the Mevos. So I love these cameras to some degree. So these are individual cameras that I can set up. I would have to double check the settings on them. I don't think they do 4K, but they're reasonably good cameras. They're probably a lot better for indoor, but the biggest problem with all my cameras is I live in Arizona and my cameras overheat because when we're doing video work, we're outside. These cameras, I like the fact that I have the Mevo app on my phone and I can use it as either one single camera or I can use all 3 of them. And then I have a switchboard on my phone that actually lets me control all 3, which is really cool because I don't know if, yeah, it's gonna be hard to see. Focus. So the 2 right there, there we go, Mevo and Mevo Multicam. So if I do, and mind you, these all hook up via Wi-Fi. And of course, I have an update. I haven't used them in a while, just because of the fact that they've overheat in the sun, and we're also not going live anymore. So right now I've got two of the cameras, and sorry, my camera's not focusing right now. It was trying to focus on my phone. So I have, oh, come on, refocus. Sorry, it's probably going to be fuzzy for the rest of the live stream, but so I have right now, it's only 2 of them would turn on, but these 2 are the cameras that it's trying to link up to, and then when it links, it would actually link up to all 3, and then I would have control over what cameras I wanted to use. So when we were doing live streams, it made it cool because I could have 3 tripods out, and then when I had my 3 tripods out, if I had 2 of them focused on different courts, when one court would be done playing, I could instantly switch the camera to the other court. That way I would still have a visible feed going where I could just switch it. That was the cool part. The hard part is the cameras don't sync to my phone all the time. And they also don't sync to the Wi-Fi right all the time. And then since they're not always syncing to my phone correctly via Wi-Fi or via Bluetooth, I can't always get them to do my live streams. So when we were trying to do live streams last year and the year before, my cameras wouldn't always work. So I didn't have a live stream that I could use. And then on top of that, again, because we're in Arizona, I'm trying to live stream a volleyball game, and 20 minutes in, and my camera overheats, and it's my Mevo. My Mevo camera overheats. I love these cameras, but they are almost you almost have to do them inside, otherwise, they're just they're not going to hold up. They're not going to stay on. I had power supplies attached to them. I did whatever I could. I actually made little. I don't think I have any in here. Oh yeah, I do. I actually made. I don't know. Yeah. I went so overboard trying to get these things to work that I bought mini computer fan. I built this. This is sun windshield shade for your car. I cut it out. I have it insulated with styrofoam. So I would actually sit these in so that the camera set inside. Then I would have a power pack of some sort. Let's see. Where's, yeah. So I'd have a power pack attached to it. And this is one of my solar power packs, so that I would just have it sit on top. That way it's all working together, and this fan would hopefully cool off the camera inside. I can feel air moving a little bit. It's not great, but with having a solar pack on it, it would help move the air around, but it didn't matter. These cameras would still overheat. And I mean, I know you guys probably can't tell, and I know it's a small computer motor or computer fan, but because it's working on a small camera and in an enclosed area, I mean, there's not a lot of space in there, but these cameras would still overheat, and it drove me kind of nuts. I tried everything to try and keep the cameras from overheating, but it just doesn't seem to work no matter what. And the GoPro is exactly the same. If I leave it to go live, or if I leave it to record a game and we're outside, GoPro overheats, shuts down in about 20 minutes. The thing with the flip camera is I can turn it on, turn it off whenever I want. If it overheats, it's just going to kill the battery, which, I mean, I switch out the batteries and I go again. But right now, like I said, the batteries last about 20 minutes, and then I got to switch them out. But still, I get 2 hours worth of footage. Right now, I took 316 clips, between anywhere from 2 seconds to 45 seconds to a minute. And I've only gone through, let's see. I have 230 left out of 316. So I haven't even gone through 100 of them yet. And I haven't even gone through 100, and I already have over 200 pictures out of this little thing, and the clips that I can get. So right now, the flip is still my best camera. I don't want to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a super high-tech camera just in case I bump it against something, I drop it or whatever, because I'm always moving around when I'm taking footage. There's always a chance of damage. With this camera, it's so small that even with it sitting on my little flexible tripod, I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, so I mean, the most rudimentary thing I have, for me, is still my best camera. I honestly wish that they would come back out with just an updated version of this. Make it small like the GoPro. Make it simple to use, just like it already is. And just update the technology. This thing would be a gold mine. Like I said, I like the GoPro. I like how small it is. If I start recording my motorcycle rides, I'm gonna have to use the GoPro. I have to get familiar with the software, and that's fine. I'm not opposed to it, but it's one of those where I can't just plug it in, download it to my computer, and it's good to go. This one, I literally pop that out, plug it into my computer, and that's all I need. But with the GoPro, I have to download whatever software it has and whatever else it has and figure out how to navigate it versus something that's so simple that my 10-year-old could plug it in and figure it out in 2 seconds. Truth be told, my 10-year-old is also more tech savvy than I am, but there's no big surprise there. But yeah, I mean, each of my cameras, they have a purpose. I just don't have an all-in-one that fits every need that I have, and it kind of sucks in that regard. And it really sucks that the camera I love using the most is so obsolete, and two of them have just died. And I don't know if I can get replacements for them. And even the replacements that I get are just as basically Stone Age as that. But as Stone Age as it is, it still works better and it's simpler than most of the other cameras I've ever used. I'm still going to try and figure out the GoPro. I want the GoPro to work because, like I said, I feel like the resolution on that's going to be a lot better. But until I figure out the GoPro, or unless somebody tells me there's one that's just as simple as what I have, that's technologically better now, I'm sticking with the flip camera. I love that little thing, and I have years and years and years of pictures that I have taken, and it has never been an issue. The fact that my two just died, I mean, if I could find a manufacturer date on them, we're in 2024. I'm willing to bet that those things are more than 10 years old. And up until I think we did our last tournament like November of last year, and I used them. I used them all. So between November of last year and yesterday, that's when they decided to go kaput. I've still got one left, and if I can find some extras, I'll probably go ahead and buy them, just because right now they're my go-to camera. When I can figure out the GoPro a little bit better, that might be my go-to camera for my volleyball stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it on this. I know I didn't get into a lot of technical stuff, and I don't know how to do a bunch of the stuff with the live stream, and I don't know a bunch of stuff with the sharing my screen and everything. And obviously my camera just decided that once I made it focus on my phone for a minute, it wanted to stay fuzzy the rest of the time. But maybe I need to get a different camera for my webcam. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much what I think about my cameras. If any of you have a different take, or have an easy solution, or have a better camera that you think I should use, please drop a comment. I'll look at whatever you guys put out there, and see how that goes. Being that I can go live stream now, I'm probably I may try and reset the Mevos so that the next time we do a tournament on my other channel, I can actually go live on YouTube for that. If I can get the Mevos to work, and if we can get them to go over to YouTube, super stoked about that. And we'll go live as long as we can. But again, we're already starting to get warm, so they'll overheat pretty quick, and then I'll be up a creek again without being able to go live. So, but thanks for listening to me rant and ramble on for about the last 30 minutes. I do appreciate any of you guys that have tuned in. Like I said, drop a comment. If there's anything you guys want to tell me, if there's anything that you think I should review, or yeah, I mean, anything. Like I said, I'm pretty open-minded, so I have some other things that'll be coming up in the near future that I do want to review. It's just a matter of getting them out to use them first. And once I get them out and get them used, then I will I'll definitely do a review on those. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.